Good day and welcome to another educational video where we dive deep into thought-provoking topics, challenge conventional thinking, and embark on a journey of intellectual exploration. Today's topic of discussion is all about Indian Ocean Trade Complex. But first, what is Indian Ocean Trade Complex? Well, the Indian Ocean Trade Complex is sometimes referred to as the Maritime Silk Road. The Indian Ocean trade can be best defined as a global trade system based primarily in the Indian Ocean. It refers to the extensive network of trade routes and maritime activities that existed in the Indian Ocean region from ancient times to the medieval period. It was a complex system of trade and cultural exchange that connected various regions around the Indian Ocean, including Africa, Middle East, India, Southeast Asia, and of course, China. Now that you already know what is Indian Ocean Trade Complex, let's dive more into its history. Indian Ocean trade was the dominant trade route in the world from about 800 to 1500 CE and stretched across all Afro-Eurasia. The trade began with small trading settlements around 800 AD and declined in the 1500s when Portugal invaded and attempted to control the trade for its own profit. When Portuguese sailors first reached the east coast of Africa in the last decade of the 15th century, they were amazed to find thriving cities, massive networks, and immense wealth flowing through the Indian Ocean. Portugal pushed further and further into the Indian Ocean trade routes, finally connecting the Indian Ocean with the emerging Atlantic and Pacific European trade markets. The dominance of the Indian Ocean trade routes declined throughout the 15th century, but this ocean remains an important part of international shipping to this day.
The Indian Ocean Trade Complex was characterized by the exchange of a wide range of goods, including spices, textiles, precious metals, gemstones, ivory, timber, and more. These goods were transported by ships and the trade routes spanned vast distance, linking different ports and trading centers. Here are some key aspects of the trade networks and cultural exchange in the Indian Ocean. The first one is the technological advances. The development of sailing technologies played a pivotal role in the Indian Ocean trade network, enabling the expansion of trade and facilitating safer navigation across the region. Some key technological advancements include the development of sailing technologies such as the Latin sail and improvements in shipbuilding. These advancements made it possible for traders to navigate the Indian Ocean more effectively, expand the scale and reach of trade, and make sea-based trade routes much safer and more profitable. The second one is the cultural exchange and community building. The Indian Ocean trade was a catalyst for cultural exchange as traders brought goods, ideas, technologies from one part of the world to another, leading the spread of religions, languages, and cultural traditions. This exchange fostered the establishment of communities by merchants to introduce their own cultural traditions into other cultures. The Indian Ocean trade network also influenced cultural exchange and the migration of people, contributing to the interconnectedness of diverse societies and civilizations. The third one is the impact on political and cultural practices. The trade networks in the Indian Ocean region facilitated the exchange of political and cultural practices and beliefs. For example, the Srivijaya Empire, which controlled modern-day Indonesia and much of the Malay archipelago, traded extensively with India and China, incorporating Buddhist and Chinese political practices into their traditions. The fourth one is the influence on global routes and local markets. The Indian Ocean trade network had a significant impact on global routes and local markets, allowing for the movement of people and goods along prescribed routes and enabling cultural exchanges.
At its core, The trade complex was propelled by the allure of valuable commodities: cotton, wood, ivory, animal hides, gold, silver, black pepper and other spices, books, weapons, and slaves were all traded on the Indian Ocean. Spices from the East Indies, textiles from India, and precious metals from Africa were among the sought-after treasures traversing the oceanic routes. This exchange not only fueled economic prosperity but also fostered cultural diffusion as traditions, religions, and technologies mingled along the shores of the Indian Ocean. One of the key factors that facilitated this trade complex was the monsoon winds. The seasonal monsoon winds allowed ships to navigate the Indian Ocean more efficiently, enabling traders to travel between different regions and conduct trade.
Indian Ocean Trade Route. As previously mentioned, it was the consistently predictable Indian Ocean monsoon winds that made travel and commerce so effective in the Indian Ocean throughout all of history. Technological innovations in the magnetic compass and Latin sails further supported the post-1000 CE boom in the Indian Ocean trade. Trade routes extended from the Mali Empire in Africa to Beijing in China, covering every extent of coastline. However, the Indian Ocean trade did not stop at sea, as many coastal cities traded with inland cities, kingdoms, and city-states. Unlike wagons on the Silk Road, the sheer size of boats allowed for the transportation of cheap mass goods, not just luxury goods. Similarly, anyone within 100 miles of the Indian Ocean and Pacific coastline could reasonably expect a timely shipment of the finest silk from China or a bushel of cotton from India, much like how we anxiously await a package ordered on the internet today. The Indian Ocean trade routes were instrumental in facilitating extensive trade, cultural exchange, and played a crucial role in shaping the economic and cultural landscape of different regions.
The trade complex had a significant impact on the economies, cultures, and societies of the regions involved. It led to the growth of prosperous trading cities and empires, such as the Swahi city-states in East Africa, the Gupta Empire in India, and the Sri Vijaya Empire in Southeast Asia. The Indian Ocean trade complex also played a crucial role in the exchange of ideas, religions, and technologies. It facilitated the spread of Islam from the Arabian Peninsula to Southeast Asia and East Africa, as well as the transmission of knowledge in fields like astronomy and mathematics. The interconnectedness of the Indian Ocean trade complex is evident in historical records. Ancient seafaring civilizations such as Phoenicians and later the Arabs navigated these waters, establishing bustling port cities like Aden and Malacca. These hubs became melting pots of diversity where merchants and travelers from distant lands converged.
The rise and fall of empires were intertwined with the ebb and flow of maritime commerce. The spice trade, in particular, played a pivotal role in the fortunes of nations. The quest for direct routes to Asia spurred European exploration, leading to the Age of Discovery. Vasco da Gama's journey around the Cape of Good Hope opened a new chapter in the Indian Ocean trade, connecting Europe directly to the lucrative markets of the East. However, the trade complex was not without challenges. Pirates, political upheavals, and shifting trade winds posed constant threats. Yet, resilient maritime communities adapted and thrived, leaving a lasting legacy on the cultures and societies that emerged from this interconnected tapestry. In conclusion, the Indian Ocean Trade Complex stands as a testament to the enduring human drive for exploration, commerce, and cultural exchange. Its impact reverberates through the annals of history, shaping the destiny of nations and fostering a global interdependence that echoes through the contemporary world. The Indian Ocean Trade Complex was a dynamic and influential system of trade. and cultural exchange that shaped the history and development of the regions connected by the Indian Ocean.